Social media is one of the greatest things to happen in the 21st century. When it first came out, everyone thought it was the perfect way to connect with people all around the world. But things now have changed. According to studies, 64% of Americans say that social media has mostly negative side effects. We've all heard about how social media is tied to things like addiction, low self esteem, and depression. But today, I want to make the case that social media is not intrinsically bad. In fact, it can be something really good depending on how we use it. One of the best things social media has done for me personally is its impact on faith. Social media has allowed more people to discover Jesus and deepen their relationship with God. But here's the thing, even though social media has some great benefits, it can also mess with us. But the way we use it can either be really helpful or really harmful. The user is key factor here. Social media is just a tool. It's kind of like a knife. A knife can be used to cook a delicious meal, but can also cause harm if used the wrong way. Why does social media have such negative effects sometimes? The short answer is how we use it. Think about it. If we spend hours on social media each day, it's very easy to fall into habits like mindlessly scrolling or comparing ourselves to others. A study showed that the average American spends about 5 hours a day on leisure activities, which means a lot of people are spending most of that time on social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. But the problem isn't social media itself, it's how we use it. It's like anything else. If we don't have self control, we can fall into bad habits. For example, alcohol is something we use responsibly in many cultures. In moderation, it isn't harmful. But getting drunk, that's the problem. Social media is the same way. It's not the platform that's bad, it's how we use it. If we spend hours scrolling just because it's easy or mindless, that's on us. But if we use it to connect, learn, or even grow spiritually, it can actually be a good thing. And here's something important, no one is forcing us to use social media. We used to spend time on it, and we have the power to control how much time we spend on it. We also have the choice to use it in ways that are good and productive. If a group of 20 people only use social media for work, to talk to family, and to post positive stuff, they wouldn't experience the negative side of it. They wouldn't get stuck into the trap of addiction or an unhealthy habit. So, when we look at ourselves and how we use social media, we need to take the responsibility. Now, I know social media can affect us mentally, especially with things like comparisons or not feeling good enough. If we recognize that we have an issue, it's our job to seek help or try to break the habit. Social media itself isn't the one to blame, it's the way we choose to interact with it. If someone had a problem with social media before, but then started using it wisely, they wouldn't experience those negative effects anymore. In fact, they'd be getting all the good benefits from it, like connecting with others and sharing things that matter. But here's something we really need to talk about as Catholics: misinformation. Social media spreads so much false information, and that's dangerous. I've seen so many people post about theology or faith issues when they have no real training or understanding. This is where we need to be extra careful. Theology can be complicated, and it's easy to make mistakes if we're not careful with what we share. The church reminds us that we have a responsibility to share the truth, especially online. The Vatican's guidelines on the internet say that we need to make sure the information we share is truthful, respectful, and responsible. As Catholics, we are called to spread the truth about Jesus and our faith, but we should do it in a way that's thoughtful and accurate. The last thing we want is to mislead someone because we didn't take the time to make sure that what we were posting was true. And here's the challenge for us as Catholics: social media can be an incredible tool to evangelize and spread the faith. Think about it. We have the ability to reach so many people online who might not otherwise hear about Jesus. But with that power comes responsibility. We need to make sure that we're using social media to spread truth, love, and hope. As St. Augustine said, work as though everything depended on you. This means we have to take our responsibility seriously, both online and offline. At the end of the day, social media is just a tool. It's up to us how we use it. And if we're using it wisely, with balance and purpose, it can be an amazing resource. But if we let it control us or we use it for unhealthy reasons, it can become something that drags us down. As Catholics, it's important that we take responsibility for how we use social media. Let's take it to connect with others, grow in our faith, and spread the love of Christ. Let's show the world that we can handle the power of social media and use it for good.